everyone, how you doing? Mark James, Man in the Hat, how are things? Okay, so I've got man flu. So this is basically my last will and testament. No, it's not. Yeah, I'm not too well. I don't know if you can hear it in my voice. It's not exactly brilliant at the moment. I've been up all night with that whole sort of like trying to swallow a bowling ball sort of thing and having things from there. So what I thought I'd do is I just thought that I would give you a quick bit of information on how to deal with vocal health when you like this, when you've got sort of that laryngitis sort of thing, when you've got colds or sort of like viral infections, anything like that, because there's so many myths out there at the moment, and some of them are true, some of them are not. Some of them will actually cause you more damage than anything else. So I want to give you a few bits and pieces that will actually help you. Okay, so the first and the main thing to look out for or to get is this stuff: water. Can't stress enough how important that is. Keeping yourself hydrated is one of the biggest ways to help you fight any sort of infection. Now, with your with your body and the system, the way it works, the water doesn't just go down and just absorb into it. It's got to work its way through the system, and that takes about 3 to 4 hours. So you basically need to keep on drinking right the way through, and you need to drink a lot. So if you drink quite a lot normally, drink even more. If you don't drink any water at all during the day, make sure you do, especially if you're a singer, because it makes everything go. That also applies as well if you're out gigging, if you've got a big gig coming up, if you've got a long set coming up, hitting the water. But like I say, not just straight when you're on the stage. Make sure you're doing it the whole run up to the day, because it needs that time to get through to your system. The next thing that I use when I'm ill are these things. Now, this is quite a controversial subject, and if you're looking at this now, some things will go, no, don't use those, you can't use those, that's not right. Okay, those people that say you can and those people that say that you can't are both right. These are what's known as a resting remedy. So basically, because of the ingredients inside them, they're great to treat and coat your voice. They are absolutely brilliant. Or they're great to coat your vocal cords and your larynx and all this sort of stuff, all the tubes that go down, basically. But you don't want to use them when you're actually singing. You want to give yourself at least 4 hours beforehand. Anything that actually numbs your throat, anything that which vocal zones, I don't say that these don't numb it, but there are things like that you can spray in your throat which numb it. None of those sorts of things are any good, because if you think about it, all you're doing is numbing the area, allowing yourself to sing through it, and then causing yourself more damage. So you just can't feel it hurting and you can't feel it tearing it, but they are. So these are great. They do help. They do help to get you through things. But again, only use them at least 4 hours before you sing. After that, don't use them. Use them after you've been singing as well, when you're starting to rest, but don't use them during a performance. But what they are little black pastils. There we go. They're in a very acquired taste. As you can see, I've already started on them today. They are, if you think about Fisherman Friends, that sort of taste, they're that sort of way, but they are good. Tom Jones Swear buys them. In fact, he has like 2 or 3 at a time. So, but yeah, so that's a good one there. Okay, another big one to talk about is honey and lemon. Again, with honey and lemon, I hear so many people go, "Oh, I've got all this honey. I've got all the honey and lemon," and I see them squeezing it in from the bottle and then dropping it in from the juice carton. Now, the truth is, it does help, but it depends on what you make it with. If you put shop bought honey into a cup with shop bought lemon juice, it's not going to do anything for you, because that is all been pasteurized. So all the goodness has basically been boiled out of it. A pot of honey, the squeezy honey or the type in the shops, is basically just sugar. All the goodness has gone out of it. The best type of honey you can get is Manuka, which is expensive, I'm going to warn you. You can get them from the natural food shops. I think they start from around about almost £10, so that is expensive. You can also buy as well local honey. Local honey is brilliant because it's made by local bees. So all the pollen from your local area. So you want to be within about 6 miles of where the bees are kept. But that's all contained in that area. So any viruses or anything like that, it's really good. It's also really good as well for hay fever. If you have hay fever, if you start taking a tablespoon of honey every day from the beginning of the year, it builds up your immunity to it if it's a local beekeeper, because it keeps you going from there. Okay, so that's that's the other one. You can also, as well, from health food shops like Holliday and Barrett's, and there's lots of natural places out there as well. I forget the name of it, but there's these little Manuka honey lozenges that you can get, and they've got propolis in them. Now, again, not one for when you're singing, because that's not a good idea, but they're great for when you're resting because it coats your throat. It works well. It's all natural, so you can go from there. Okay, so that's that one there. These ones here, again, as resting sweets, are quite good. Okay, you see these all over the place. The honey and lemon there, I mean, like, they are mainly sugar. I'm not going to lie, they are mainly sugar. This one here is a bit more mentally, but they do tend to, for me anyway, they do tend to help a little bit more. So those are the things that you can do sort of like every day, and always remembering to have your water by the side of you. Now, what else can you do? Well, one of the big things is what's in the air and how you can get through. So you've got these little things, okay? These are the little aromatherapy oils. Now, it depends on how you feel about this, but there are certain ones of these that do help. I'm not going to claim that they do anything magical, but there are definite things that these do for you. So you can do it one of two ways. Now, this one here is Four Thieves Blend. I'll talk to you about that in a minute. The good ones that to use to start with are eucalyptus, is a really good one, and lavender oil. Now, if you are wearing a scarf or anything like that and you're going out and about, one of the good things to do is just to dot it over the scarf or on your clothing, just so the air comes up. Eucalyptus is brilliant because it tends to clear you out a little bit. You just want that. You just want enough for it to be able to go over you and just to smooth over. Menthol, sort of like that type of thing. So it just gets around where you'll be breathing, and it just helps to sort of like clear things through from there. So that's a good one to do as well. It's also quite nice as well if you can feel it coming on, just to keep it going from there. This one here, Four Thieves Blend. Now, you can't get this in the shop. You can only order this online. But it's a brilliant one, especially to put in a burner, which I'll show you in a second. And this is a good bug fighter. So if you're feeling that you're just about going to be you're coming up to a cold or a flu or anything like that, or if you are a singing teacher and you've got lots of students coming in, anything like that, then this one here, I actually learned this from the college that I learn lots and lots of stuff off of, and it works an absolute wonder. And like they say, it makes the room smell nice as well. So Four Thieves Blend is brilliant for that. So what you do is you put it in one of these things. Okay, this is a burner. Okay, you have a tea light in the back, which you light and put in there. You then fill the top part here with water, and you only put about 2 drops. That's all you need, about 2 drops of this into the top. The water evaporates, it goes into the air, and next thing you know, it's going. If you want to, you can put it next to you in the bed at night, so it fills the bedroom, and you're breathing it in when you snore. I mean, breathing nicely. And you can, again, the lavender oil, the eucalyptus. There's sometimes mixes. So I've got one called Breathe, which is all the different things to get your breathing nicely. And I often put those up in my teaching room, especially if people have just coming out of a cold and they're starting to come back in again. So it helps from there. But these aren't very, you can get these sort of things from Poundland if you want to. They range in price the same as everything does. But you can get those from Poundland, and the tea lights are next to nothing, and these are about £2 as well. So they're not expensive at all. You can either order them online, or you can go into shops for most of them, like natural shops, or even I think a lot of the main street shops do them these days as well. So I know Boots the Chemist do lavender oil and things like that. So that's a good one for that one there. And again, going back to it, don't forget your water. So, what you could also do, obviously Vicks. If you don't, just again because of the way that it'll help you breathe during the night. Don't put too much on, because otherwise you're going to actually dry your throat out. So you can always put up too much, but having a bit of that, is it Carvol as well, is a good thing, just so it makes things move and it just stops all that build up going through. But those are quite good as well. Again, you can put that in water and have that through from there. The next thing is, one of the big things that you might hear singers talking about is steam. Steam is amazing. Now, I've actually got this one here, okay? You can see that there's this one there, and you can see my lovely pictured assistant is using it there. Now, I bought this one about a year ago, thinking, because it was on offer. And actually quite glad I did now, because obviously it was made for, or I bought it for times like this. The good thing about the steam is when you breathe it in, if anyone there is asthmatic, then you'll know about it. But breathing it in will really get it in there, and it coats the inside again. It throws that water inside you. Now there are things that they say you can drop some of this into one of the steamers and then drink it in from there. You do get a very high dose of it if you do it like that, because it all goes in. The other thing is as well, again, it can dry out your throat if you use too much of it, or it can do all sorts. So that's really down to personal choice and how you like it. Me personally, I just use the steam. But I do know some people put eucalyptus in it, or a mentholy sort of thing in their tea tree oil, just to get things going from there. But again, steaming, taking nice big breaths through your mouth, getting it right in with the water, with your steamer from there. You can get them like this. This is an electric one, but you can also get them as well, which are just little pots, and it's got like a little face mask on it, and you just breathe it in from there like that, and you just keep breathing it in until you can feel it, all that steam has gone in. Those are good ones to do from there. Now, things to avoid. Like I said, I've already talked to you about about the difference between real honey and shop bought honey, the squeezy stuff, and the lemon as well. So some other things to avoid is dairy. I'm sorry to say this. Chocolate, probably not the best sort of thing. It clogs you up. It doesn't really do any good for you. Milk, not a great thing either. If you want to drink, have some water. So yeah, that's not the best of things. One good thing, if you don't want just water, is tea. A black tea is good. Vocal Zones actually do a tea as well, which is nice. But tea, the good thing about tea is that it will the way that it goes in and it coats and everything is good for your voice. The only thing is, it's a diuretic. So if you have a tea for everything, make sure you're also drinking enough water to be able to make up for whatever it dries you out. So that's the thing. That's the best advice from that one. The other thing as well that you shouldn't be doing is you shouldn't really be having any fizzy drinks like Cokes or anything like that. Again. When you're a singer, any type of pop fizzy sort of drink that's got caffeine in it that will go through isn't good for you. But especially when you're not feeling great and you're under the weather, because it can just sort of like get in and it can damage your vote. It can damage your voice again there. Anything too acidic as well, that can get in there and really get through. Although saying that, cider vinegar is supposed to be really, really good. I know a few people that have done they basically take a shot of cider vinegar when they've got a bad throat, and they swear by it. Now, I'm a little bit worried about doing it myself, because I don't want to mess up my voice. But there are singers, like I say, that do it and swear by it. If you've tried it, if you watch to this part, if you've tried it, put a comment down below to let me know if you have or haven't, and then we can. I'd love to sort of know what's going on from there. And the biggest thing, which is one of the reasons I'm going to be signing off in a minute, is the biggest thing is rest, vocal rest. You don't want to be singing. If you've got any type of cold, any type of sore throat, anything at all, you want to try and rest that voice as much as possible. Don't try and give it any quick blasts or anything like that, because you will just do it more damage. You've got two types of like laryngitis-y type of things. One is from a virus and one is from overuse. If you then put both together, you're going to do yourself, you're almost definitely going to do yourself more damage that will which will make things last a lot longer. So try and keep your voice rested as much as you possibly can. Don't clear your voice with a rough cough. If you can, do a ha ha, drink the water, take, with everything else. I know it's hard if you've got the cough and it's a really deep cough, but just keep going as much as you can from there. Anyway, it was supposed to be a very quick demonstration. I do hope that that's cleared up a few things for you. If you've got anything else, any other questions, please put them down below. Oh, I'm supposed to say, and please like and subscribe for more videos coming your way. Yeah. See, I'm down with it. I know exactly what's going on with the kids. But yeah, so anyway, thanks a lot, guys. Like I say, any comments at all, stick them down the bottom. I'll try and answer them as much as I can. Also, if there's any other part of vocal health or vocal bits and pieces that you're looking to find, then, you know, give me a shout. Again, put them in the comments down below. I will try and answer them as much as I can. Anyway, so for now, this is Man in the Hat signing out. Make sure that you say hi if you're about, and don't forget Facebook, Mark James Official, Instagram, Man in the Hat Official, and on Twitter is Man in the Hat Mark. Anyway, thanks a lot, guys. I'll see you later. I'll see you again. Cheers. Bye.